Hello, boys and girls. This is lesson 4 for lower elementary. This is lesson 4 for lower elementary. Wow, we are really still in this quarantine, aren't we? And as you can see, I need a haircut in a very, very bad way. So to keep you from laughing at me, I'm going to put a hat on. You might not have known that I like this particular sports team, but I do. I like Alabama. That's my sports team. You may like Auburn, and that's a good choice too. That's a good team to like also. But I like Alabama, so I'm going to wear my Alabama hat. This is a fitted hat. It doesn't have a space in the back, so I had to buy my size, right? And then it's a little bit dusty because I've had it in my closet, but I like to bend my brim a little bit, right? I like it to have a little bit of shape. And when I wear my hat, I don't just perch it on top of my head like that. I like to pull my hat down to where it's close to my brow. My brow is where my eyebrows are. All right, so anyway, that's how I like to wear a hat. It really works well for me because, you know, after all, a hat keeps sunlight out of your eyes when you're playing ball or whatever you're doing outside. So that's what's nice about a hat. And if you have it too high up on your head, it doesn't really get to do that. So anyway, I'm going to wear my hat during this lesson. And even though I might not like the team that you like, you know we're still friends. So, okay, so we're in lesson number 4. Boys and girls, the name of today's lesson is Enharmonic Equivalents. Oh my gosh, that's a big, crazy word. Enharmonic Equivalents. Enharmonic Equivalents. Okay, boys and girls, have you ever heard that a word sometimes has a prefix and sometimes has a suffix? Have you ever heard that before? Well, I'll tell you what, let's just start with harmony. We'll start with the musical word harmony, and here it is. Harmony. All right, what is harmony? Well, you know, you may have heard somebody say, Mommy and Daddy live in harmony together, or I live in harmony with my brothers and sisters, or boy, that song had some beautiful harmony, or listen to those birds enjoying and living in harmony in nature. Have you heard the word harmony before? Harmony is a musical word too, and harmony in music means how well two notes sound when you put them together. And there's a secret to harmony, there's a trick to harmony, and notes sound better together the further apart they are. So let me say that again. Notes sound better together the further apart they are. So I want you to take a second and think about you and your best friend. I know you probably have more than one best friend, but I want you to think of just one of them. Okay, so say you are the note E. So here you are. You're the note E. Your best friend is the note B. Well, you know, that's great for you because E and B have a little bit of distance between them. So they sound very nice together. They sound very nice together. Now, you're still the note E, but let's say your best friend is F, and F is right next door. F is right next door. Boy, it is nice to have your best friend close to you, but in music, if two notes are right next to each other, they don't sound good in harmony. Here's E, and then here's F. Oh, that's not so good. No. They sound great on their own, but when you put them together, wow. So instead of harmony, that produced discord. Instead of harmony, that produced discord. Do you remember how I showed you the symbol for is defined as, which was 3 lines? The middle line is shorter than the top and the bottom line. And that symbol means is defined as. Well, this symbol means does not equal. So harmony does not equal discord. Discord does not equal harmony. Harmony is two notes that sound good together. Discord is two notes that do not sound good together. So let's have a few more examples of harmony and discord before we get into today's lesson. So think about you and your best friend. If there's a little bit of distance between them, if you're too close, then they don't sound good together. If there's enough space between you, then you do sound good together. Here's an F, and here's an A. So we're going from this note to this note. There's at least one note in between, and gosh, that sounds great together. That's harmony. Now let's take that very same F, and instead of this F, let's go to the black note above. It's called F sharp. So now we have F and F sharp. Here's your F, and here's F sharp. Most people think that doesn't sound good together. And it's even worse up in the high register. Right? If you could hear that, it sounds pretty awful. It's great for scary movies, and they use it for scary movies, but it is definitely not harmony. So that's our word harmony. Now, for the word enharmonic, you take the word harmony, you add a suffix, IC, and you add a prefix, N. Enharmonic means within the harmony is itself. Within the harmony is itself. Now, why do I say IC means is itself? Okay, let's think about it. Have you heard the word acidic? Acidic. Acid plus IC. Acidic. That means contains in itself acid. So by putting the word IC on the end, it kind of makes the acid even more like acid, if that makes any sense. So this IC means this word acidic contains in itself acid. So something that is acidic contains in itself acid. So something that is enharmonic contains within itself harmony. And there's a special kind of harmony for the word enharmonic. It means truly pleasing conjunct harmony. Truly pleasing harmony. So enharmonic equivalent, I know you've heard the word equivalent. Equivalent means equals. Let me think of two things that are equivalent. All I can think of is things that aren't equivalent, like a court and a liter. Those are not equivalent. Oh, I know. 100 milliliters and 1 liter. Did I get that right? Oh gosh, I'm going to feel like such an idiot if I didn't. I think I got it right. 100 milliliters is a liter. Boy, I hope that's right. If not, you're welcome to put that in comments, because boy, that shows that I'm a dodo if that's not true. Okay, so that's an equivalent. Oh, here's one I know for sure. 10 millimeters is a centimeter. 10 millimeters is equivalent to a centimeter. Stop laughing at me. I'm not good at math. You know that. I'm good at music. Okay, so boys and girls, we're learning enharmonic equivalents, which are notes that have in themselves harmony. Notes that have in themselves harmony. So, are you ready? The first thing we need to do is draw 1 octave piano keyboard, and I'm going to draw it pretty big. I'm going to fill up this whole space. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, you know what? I really wish I could use the whole entire board because I need lots of room in this lesson. If you're drawing one of these at home, and hey, that's a great idea, I'll talk you through it. So we've got a big rectangle, also called a parallelogram. We've got a big rectangle right here. Find the middle of the rectangle, about right here and here. But then, wait. Move to the left just a little. Move to the left just a little. Now I have a smaller rectangle and a bigger rectangle, right? Inside the smaller rectangle, I'm going to draw two big teeth that are very spacey. Two great big huge spacey teeth. Don't color them in. Don't color them in. Leave them like they are. Over here I'm going to draw three big spacey teeth. Okay? Are you doing this? Alright, don't color them in because we have to put some writing in there. Now in the middle of each one of these big spacey teeth, a line goes straight down. Okay? A line goes straight down. Alright? How's that? Does that look okay? I hope so. I'm just going to work on it a little. I'm not comfortable, I'm not happy with the way it looks right now. So let me just see if I can straighten up a few lines. You can do this too if you want, if you don't like the way yours looks. Alright, let's see here. Now if I was smart enough to use PowerPoint or one of those programs, boy, this could be very good looking and professional. But I kind of enjoy spending this time with you. I don't know, maybe you don't have a lot to do right now and this is kind of interesting to you, I don't know. But anyway, here's my piano keyboard. I'm not filling in the black notes. Don't do it because you need those spaces. Alright, let's switch colors. Let me get my favorite color in the world out, which is blue. Now I'm going to name the notes that I have here already, but I'm going to be careful. I want to leave lots of room. I'm going to name this note right here. I'm not filling up the whole space. I'm going to name this note. Hey, guess what? There's the doghouse and there's the dog. Tell me what happens after G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You're right, A. The musical alphabet starts over. All right? Will you do that on your paper for me? I'm going to look through the viewfinder just to make sure I haven't boo-booed. Okay, looks good. All right. So here's our piano keyboard. I started on C. Here's the doghouse. The doghouse is the two black notes. Remember that? You should know that really well by now. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say doghouse, you didn't watch the last two lessons. There's the doghouse. Here's the doghouse. Dog resides inside. This is not the doghouse because this is the three black notes. There's the doghouse with the dog inside. And if you only know where the dog is, you know where all the other notes on the piano, you know what their names are because they follow the musical alphabet rule. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C. Right? Okay. So boys and girls, with your pen, I want you to draw two arrows. I want you to draw an arrow on top going to the right, and I want you to draw an arrow on the bottom going to the left. All right, will you do that for me? Arrow on the top going to the right, arrow on the bottom going to the left. On the top arrow, would you draw this? A tic-tac-toe, and write the word sharp. Okay? Now down here, would you write a B that looks like this? It's a weird looking B, it's a little bit squashed. It's a weird looking B, but if you just draw a B, that's okay, just make it a little B. and then write the word flat. Okay? I'm going to look at that and make sure that looks okay while you're writing that down. Are you writing that down for me? I hope you can see it. Okay. So we've got our flats going that way. We've got our sharps going that way. Now, are you ready to learn enharmonic equivalents? Okay. So here is our C. This black note is called C sharp because it went that way. D sharp. E, it doesn't have one. Let's skip that for now. F sharp. G sharp. A sharp. All right, if the black key is to the right, it's sharp. If the black key is to the left, it's flat. Let's test that. B flat. A flat. G flat. F, it doesn't have one. E flat. D flat. C, it doesn't have one. Okay? All right. Let's switch colors again. I hope this color shows up okay. Let's fill in our sharps first. Here's C. Up and to the right is C sharp. Okay? Here's D. Up and to the right is D sharp. Okay? Skip E for a little while. There's no black note. Skip E. F, up and to the right is F sharp. I made these a little fatter, so that's kind of cool. You tell me the name of this one. Up and to the right. Okay, G sharp. You tell me this one. A sharp. Okay, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Do you want to do the flats? Let's do the flats. I like to start at this end. We'll start at this end. B up and to the left is B flat. Okay? A up and to the left is A flat. G up and to the left is G flat. F, there isn't one. E up and to the left is, E flat is a great chord, a great key. I like E flat a lot. D up and to the left, and then C doesn't have one. Or does it? Well, now we get into something that's kind of cool. All right. Even though there is no black note right here, guess what? There is still an E sharp and there is still an F flat. But that's not possible, right, Mr. Derek? Because there's no note there. There's no black note there, so it's not possible. Well, guess what? Sometimes sharps and sometimes flats are white notes. Sometimes sharps and sometimes flats are white notes. They're not always black notes. So now that we know that, E up and to the right is E sharp. Weird, right? E sharp. Oh my gosh, that means E sharp's enharmonic equivalent is F. F up and to the left is F flat. That means E's enharmonic equivalent is F flat. Wow, this is pretty cool. Now, if I didn't have this stuff here and I had another note, what note would it be? Well, let's go backwards. G, F, E, D, C. B. So let's pretend like our B is here. All right, I know it's not good. But B and C are related by this way. C up and to the left is C flat. B up and to the right is B sharp. Boy, that's crazy. So that means B has an enharmonic equivalent, C flat. C has an enharmonic equivalent, B sharp. Right now, D doesn't have any enharmonic equivalent, but guess what? It actually does. I'll tell you in a little while. E has F flat, that's an enharmonic equivalent, okay? F has E sharp, that's its enharmonic equivalent. G doesn't have one right now, but it will. A doesn't have one right now, but it will. Well, you know what? We already know something about B, don't we? We already know something about B. B has as its enharmonic equivalent C flat. So B, C flat. We'll know we're done when we have at least 2 names on every single note. We will know we are done when we have at least 2 names on every single note. So let's just check and see which notes we already have 2 names on. We have 2 names on this, B. Its natural name is B, but its enharmonic equivalent name is C flat. C natural name, B sharp, enharmonic equivalent. Skip. E natural name, enharmonic equivalent, F flat. F natural name, enharmonic equivalent, E sharp, doesn't have one. B natural name and enharmonic equivalent. Up here, natural name could be either A sharp or B flat, G sharp or A flat, F sharp or G flat, D sharp or E flat, C sharp or D flat. So those are already good. If it has 2 names, you're already done. If it has 2 names. Now, are you ready to find out how to name the D, the G, and the A? The D, the G, and the A are special because they are landlocked between black notes. Let me let you think about that for a second. They are landlocked between black notes. Here's our D, it's got black notes on both sides. Here's our G, it's got black notes on both sides. Here's our A, it's got black notes on both sides. B doesn't have a black note here. F doesn't have one, E doesn't have one, C doesn't have one. So the notes that are landlocked on both sides are D, G, and A. And they get special enharmonic equivalents. To show you how special they are, they get a super duper complicated symbol that I bet you've never seen before. It's called a double sharp. Even people who have played piano or guitar or sung in choirs for many, many years sometimes have never heard of a double sharp. And when they see one, they're like, huh? What in the world is that? Well, if you were to look at a double sharp on a piece of paper, sometimes it looks like a blob. But if you were going to enlarge it, make it big, there's a lot of detail to it. It's an X with 4 dots. That is a symbol for double sharp. That's the symbol for double sharp. So now that we know there's a double sharp, and guess what? There's also a double flat. But now that we know there's a double sharp, let's apply double sharps to these missing notes. Wow, this is going to be cool. And it's easy. D is called C sharp. D is also called, strike that. Forget that I said that. I can't rewind at this point. Whoa, would you please forget I said that? I didn't say that. Let me start that completely over. D relates to C sharp and D sharp because they are the natural sharp and the natural flat closest to it. D flat and D sharp. But D can also be called C double sharp. C double sharp. Because here's our C sharp, here's our C double sharp. Wow. Here's our D sharp, Here's our D double sharp. Here's our E. Here's our E sharp. Weird! Here's our E double sharp. Weird! Here's our F. Here's our F sharp. Here's our F double sharp. Here's our G. Here's our G sharp. Here's our G double sharp. Here's our A. Here's our A sharp and our A double sharp. Phew, that was hard. Now, why don't I have one here? I'll go ahead and do it. E, E sharp. Well, it can't be E double sharp because that's right here. So we've got to find another way to name this one. Wow. Well, the way we're going to name that one is through flats. Through flats. So just like there's a double sharp that looks like a blob sometimes in your music, there's a double flat. And that's all it looks like. It just has two flat signs in a row. So there's our double flat. Now let's see if that helps us name this note something else and this note something else. Okay? So looking at the F, if we want to call it a flat, we have to back up and call it a G, G, G flat, G double flat. Oh my gosh, wow, that's cool. So we'll name C. So D, D flat, D double flat. Oh my gosh. Okay, C, C flat. So C, we can't do the double flat, that would be way up there. So let's see if we have any more other double flats hidden in here anywhere else. All right, let's see here. We've got three names down here on this B. It's A double sharp, B, or C flat. We've got A sharp, B flat. That's pretty cool. That one's done. So here we have G double sharp. Hey, let's name this one according to B. So B, B flat, B double flat. B double flat. Okay, let's name this one according to A. So A flat, A double flat. Okay, let's name, well, we can't. We have three here already. G flat, F, E sharp. D double sharp, E, F flat. This one, this is missing something. So let's see what. We're going to name this something to do with E, and it has to be flat. So E, E flat, E double flat. E double flat. Wow, that is really incredibly awesome, isn't it? I think it is. Do you want to try one on your own? Should we try one on our own? It's going to take just a second to erase it all, but why don't we try it? Why don't we see if we can do it? I would sure love to be able to use my piano keyboard again, so I'm going to be careful. And while I'm being careful, I'll talk to you about some things that I miss, right? Because we all have lots of things we miss right now. You know I have a dad, right? And my dad is that old guy who used to walk around the neighborhood. He used to walk a dog around the neighborhood a whole lot, but then he had to stop doing that. And now he lives in a place where other old guys like him live. And there are nurses and nice people and things like that, and lots of good food and some games he can play and things like that, so he likes it. But I can't get inside to see him anymore, so that's something that I miss a lot. I can't get inside to see him, and that's because of the virus. And we have to be very careful that we don't spread the virus around, so I can't go inside where he lives and see him. Well, that's sad for both of us. That's sad for both of us. So that's something I miss. One thing I like about the times now, things that I'm seeing now, is I get to see a lot more people walking around my neighborhood. Are people walking around your neighborhood too right now? They're doing it a lot out here. You know, I live out here by the school, so I walk to school. Hey, look, I did it. I cleared it up. Okay, so now, boys and girls, we want to have 3 names on every single note. We want to have the natural name, we want to have a flat name, and we want to have a sharp name on every single note. Let's see if we can do this together. Let's see if we can do it together. You say them really loudly out, and I'll hear them. Okay, that's not true. But still, I want you to say the answers out loud right now with me. So we want a natural name, a sharp name, and a flat name on every single note. Who knows where D in the doghouse is? Who knows where D in the doghouse is? D in the doghouse is the 2 black notes, and D is right there. So let's put our D in first. D is our natural name of that note. Because we know that name, we can fill in all the rest of the natural notes. All we have to do is remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, which is the musical alphabet. So let's go backwards for challenge. What comes before D? A, B, C. And because we know we needed it, let's put B right here. And there would be an A right there, right? Okay. Here's our D in the doghouse. Now let's go forward. A, B, C, D. Uh-huh. What's next? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-oh. What now? Huh? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Then what? Okay, and then there would be a C right there. Okay, so there's our natural names. Now we need a sharp name and a flat name for every single note. Sharps go to the right, pew. Flats go to the left, pew. Right? Sharps go to the right, flats go to the left. If I'm going this way, I better call it sharp or double sharp. If I'm going this way, I better call it flat or double flat. Are you ready? Want to do the easy ones first? Okay, let's go sharps first. C sharp. D sharp. E sharp. F sharp. G sharp. A sharp. B sharp. Okay, there's an imaginary note. Actually, let's make it a real note. It doesn't have a black note there, remember? There's no black note. Okay. That takes care of all of our sharps. Oh, I forgot this one. B sharp. Okay. So now we have at least one enharmonic equivalent on every key. Now let's do our second enharmonic equivalent, which is the flats. Right? So let's do the flats. Are you ready? Might as well start right here. C, there's not a black note, so C flat. B flat. A flat. G flat. F flat. Did you get that one? E flat. D flat. C flat. I don't have much place to put it. C flat. Okay. Now we have, well, we still don't have 2 on all of them. At least we've got the black notes are covered. There's 2 enharmonic equivalents on each of those, right? 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So remember, we're left now with D, G, and A, which are the oddballs because they are landlocked between black notes. They're landlocked between black notes. G has 2 black notes on either side, A has 2 black notes on either side, D has 2 black notes on either side. So D, G, and A, those are the notes that have black notes on both sides, and that makes them a little bit more special. We have to think carefully about what they are. We have to think carefully. So, I can't call this C sharp because here's our C sharp. I have to call it C double sharp. C double sharp. Remember, it's this weird thing? looks like a symbol for, I don't know, maybe something in boating maybe? Like a nautical symbol, nautical? Maybe, I don't know. Here's our C double sharp. Hey, let's go ahead and call it E double flat too, because here's the D, here's the E double flat, E double flat. All right, this particular dude right here, he gets to be called something to do with the F. Oh, F flat already. So we've already got that, Here's our E sharp. All right, let's come back up here. Let's do the G. So G is F double sharp and A double flat. And A is G double sharp and B double flat. And that, okay, we might as well do this one, make sure. C flat, B sharp, it can't be, it's too far away from A. This one could be A double sharp though. Let's put that in, A double sharp. This one could be, no, it can't be E double sharp. It could be F double flat though. No, it can't, it could be G double flat. G double flat, G flat, G double flat. This is already taken care of. This one needs a D. So D, D flat, D double flat. All right, so let's stand back and look at it. This is a problem because this doesn't have any D's on it. It only has the E and the F, so we need to call it D something. D double sharp. D double sharp. All right? Okay. This one right here, this is a natural C. It is also D double flat. And this one is also D double flat. No, A double sharp. I'm sorry, guys. A double sharp. I hope I haven't confused you by saying a couple things that are a little confusing. But let's take a look at what we have now. We have two names for every black note. And we have three names for every white note. Okay? Three names for every white note, two names for every black note, and those are enharmonic equivalents. Enharmonic equivalents. Okay, so do you remember what we sang last time? Let's see, what should we say? Oh, I know what we'll sing. I tell you what, let me put it on piano. Do you remember the song, We Are Made in Many Colors? Many hopes, desires, and needs. If we learn to love each other, we can dwell in peace. We are made in many colors, many hopes, desires, and needs. If we learn to love each other, we can dwell in peace. You sing it with me? We are made in many colors, many hopes, desires, and needs. If we learn to love each other, we can dwell in peace. The first note of that song is a C, also known as B sharp, also known as D double flat. The second note of that song is F, also known as E sharp and G double flat. F, also known as E sharp and G double flat. Wow. We are made in many colors, many hopes, desires, and needs. If we learn to love each other, we can dwell in peace. We are made in many colors, many hopes, desires, and needs. If we learn to love each other, we can dwell in peace. And the final thing I want to do for you is a little bit of blues improv so that you can hear and get up and move to a little bit of music today. So blues has swing. And swing almost makes you want to dance automatically. Right? Songs that have swing to them just make your feet want to move. They just make your feet want to move. So here's some jazz improv with swing. Oh man, really? Boy, that killed that. Keyboard just went out. What? Ha! So much for that. Well, okay, I'll start that again for you. Hear the swing? Okay, I am sorry that didn't go so well. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this music lesson at least a little bit. I hope you sang with me and I hope you listened and I hope you remember what enharmonic equivalents are. Why don't you practice at home seeing if you can create this chart using the steps that I showed you. Thank you, boys and girls, and I miss you very much. Bye-bye.